Hello there, thanks for joining me this Sunday. I'm Muhammad Ahmad Hamdan and these are tonight's top stories. 2 PKR men remanded for 6 days over alleged money politics. Datuk Sri Ma Siu Keong resigns as Grokken president. And deadly typhoon lands in South China. Good evening. The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC have secured a 6-day remand against 2 men suspected of money politics in the PKR party polls. This following the arrest of the duo yesterday, who are both members of the Kedah PKR election committee. The 2 men, aged 46 and 48, were believed to have asked for 20,000 ringgit from a candidate to ensure that his name remains in the system for the party divisional election scheduled for September 22nd. The arrest of the 2 suspects by the anti-graft body yesterday also saw the seizure of 10,000 ringgit cash from them. The case is being investigated under the MACC Act for corruptly soliciting, receiving or agreeing to receive any gratification as an inducement or reward. PKR has yet to comment on the arrests. Meanwhile, 3 men robbed a 24-hour convenience store of cash and a number of items in Gombak, Selangor early today. District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Samsul Ma'ruf said police are trying to ascertain the identities of the suspects through a 40-second CCTV footage obtained from the outlet. In the 5:43 a.m. incident, 3 men wearing caps, armed with a machete, approached a female employee at the store and threatened to hurt the woman if she refused to cooperate. Fortunately, there were no customers at the outlet at the time. In Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, 8 activists were detained after staging the Pandang ke Sabah rally at Gaya Street this morning. Sabah Parti Amanah Negara Youth Chief Muhammad Khairuddin Daud was reportedly among those arrested. The 9 a.m. rally was organised by several student groups, including Gagasan Mahasiswa Merdeka, and was joined by almost 100 participants. Sabah Battersea Chairman Beverly Joman said the peaceful assembly was aimed at raising awareness and to urge the government to look into and solve 10 issues affecting Sabah. In a Facebook post, she also said that the Sabah Amanah Youth Chief did not stage the protest but was there to negotiate the discussion between the activists and the police. Meanwhile, Youth and Sports Minister Syed Saddiq Abdul Rahman, who is in town for the Malaysia Day celebrations, took the time to meet the 8 youth activists who were arrested. He also met with the Kota Kinabalu Police Chief, ACP Habibi Majin G, as well as the investigating officer and legal advisor in regards to the arrests of the youths. Syed Saddiq also said he was given the assurance that they would be released soon and the allegations of unnecessary force against them during the arrest would be investigated. A hiker who went missing at Bukit Broga, Selangor was found safe early today. 38-year-old Teo Kim Ling started climbing the hill at 10:30 a.m. yesterday as part of her weekend activities. When Teo did not return home in the evening, the family lodged a report. A search and rescue operation was then mounted at 3 p.m. yesterday, assisted by police, which ended at 9 a.m. when Teo was found safe. Datuk Sri Ma Siu Keong today announced his resignation as Grokken president. He said the decision was made following the party's poor showing in the 14th general election, in which it had failed to win any seat compared to the 1 parliamentary seat it won in GE13. After the opening of the Negeri Sembilan Grokken 43rd Delegates Conference at Wisma Grokken, Datuk Sri Ma said 3 or 4 months ago he had received many appeals from party members for him to continue as president. But as a captain, he promised to step down if the party did worse than before. In the 14th general election, Grokken lost all 11 parliamentary and 31 state assembly seats it contested. Grokken became an independent party after leaving Barisan Nasional in June. Now, Malaysians from all walks of life celebrated the Malaysia Day in high spirit and with patriotism all over the country today. Now, in Sabah, Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and his wife, Tun Dr. Siti Hasmah Muhammad Ali, is currently in Kota Kinabalu for the national level 55th Malaysia Day celebration, taking place right now at Padang Merdeka. Our correspondent Elfej Godamon is currently there to tell us more on what's happening there. So what's the latest update there, Elfej, that you can share with us?
Yes, Muhammad. The surrounding around Padang Merdeka, Kota Kinabalu, tonight is abuzz with activities, with throngs of people coming in as early as 3 p.m. to witness the 55th celebration of Malaysia Day, which is scheduled to start here at Padang Merdeka, Kota Kinabalu at 5 p.m. At 8 p.m. tonight, and over 30,000 people are expected to attend the event, which is scheduled to end at around midnight. And today is significant for Sabahans, for it marks the 55th anniversary of the formation of Malaysia, and we'll see Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad personally deliver a message, Malaysia Day message, for the first time since becoming the nation's 7th Prime Minister in May. The last time Tun Dr. Mahathir visited Sabah was 15 years ago in September of 2003. All Sabahans are waiting for his special address, especially on the topic of Sabah's right as enshrined in the Malaysian Agreement 1963. And this year's celebration is also unique, as it will take place at Padang Merdeka, Kota Kinabalu, site of the declaration of Malaysia's formation 55 years ago on 16th of September 1963. And today's festivities will also be the first carried out since the formation of the new federal and state government. The national level Malaysia Day celebration begins at 7 p.m. tonight with the arrival of Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Sabah, Tun Johar Mahiruddin, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail, Sabah Chief Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Shafi Abdal, and federal and state cabinet ministers. The special event here will see a range of performances, including a special presentation featuring over 800 school children and also various other communities, which will showcase the diverse communities in Sabah. And that's all from me, Elfej Godamon, from Padang Merdeka, Kota Kinabalu. Over to you, Muhammad.
Right, thanks for the update. That was our correspondent in Sabah, Elfej Godamon. Now, tailors this year have received many requests for children's attires with the Merdeka Day and Malaysia Day themes. And for many, it was not the first time sewing such attires. For some, the orders were overwhelming, like for Klang tailor Sarmina Muhammad Sabur.
Banyak request daripada ibu bapa ataupun cikgu, memang banyaklah request, diorang tanya nak buat baju merdeka ke. So saya pun macam why not saya cuba kan. Lepas tu saya cuba dengan berapa 2-3 design lah. Lepas tu bila dah okey, permintaan pun ramai, saya cubalah design lain.
Since August, the 26-year-old tailor received orders for more than 100 Jalur Gemilang attires. In fact, some of the orders came from as far as Perak, Melaka and Pulau Pinang. The outfits were sold between 35 and 90 ringgit according to size and designs. Instilling patriotism within Malaysia via singing and flash mob dance. That's something new done by more than 100 participants of various races in Kuala Lumpur through a CSR program, Sing for Unity, in conjunction with National Day and Malaysia Day 2018. Among the songs incorporated in the flash mob dance was a patriotic song, Setia, which was popular in the 90s, when Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad was in office as the 4th Prime Minister. There were also the well-known folk song Rasa Sayang, followed by Gemuruh Jiwa song by singer Faizal Tahir, as well as a Chinese song, Yue Liang Dai Biao Wo De Xin by Teresa Tang. According to the organizer of the event, Supernet Media, it is hoped that such programs would help instill the spirit of patriotism among the younger generation. Now, overseas in London, in conjunction with Malaysia Day, the two iconic flues of the Battersea power station project were lit with the colours of the Jalur Gemilang throughout the week. It was indeed an amazing sight, especially if viewed across the River Thames. The red, yellow, white and blue hues can also be seen from several kilometres away. On August 31st, the flues were also lit up in conjunction with Merdeka Day. The Battersea power station project is owned by a Malaysian consortium comprising Saim Darby Property Berhad, SP Setia Berhad and the Employees Provident Fund, EPF. The first phase of the project, Circus West Village, has been completed. Half of the 7 phases comprised residential units, office and commercial lots which are being constructed in stages. The project is expected to be fully completed in 2028. Now, the Malaysia Day celebration was made even more special today. This was after Malaysian runner Muhammad Shahidan, alias or better known as Edan Shah, broke the Guinness World Record at the Blackmore's Sydney Running Festival in Australia this morning. He achieved this by shattering the previous record for the fastest marathon with a national flag costume. Edan, dubbed the Flagman, crossed the finish line at 2 hours 54 minutes, which was way faster than he had expected, with the previous record clocked in at 3 hours 29 minutes. This was despite facing some difficulties running in the costume due to its weight and the drag created by the wind. The 31-year-old was then handed the Guinness World Record certificate from an official adjudicator in front of the Sydney Opera House at the end of the race. His Jalur Gemilang costume was the creation of Camila Rosari, a Malaysian fashion designer. It had to undergo several alterations before it was finally approved by the Guinness World Record officials for the feat in the 42.2-kilometre marathon. This was Edan's 21st full marathon since he started running nearly 10 years ago.
Hi everyone, Selamat Hari Malaysia from Sydney, Australia. I'm happy to break the Guinness World Record this morning to run the full marathon as the fastest marathon in the national flag costume in 2 hours 54 minutes. Alright, so actually we are happy to break the record, and it's a gift for me to the Malaysian today. And even actually the weather condition is quite cold and windy, but we did it and I'm happy to do my best. Thank you again and Selamat Hari Malaysia.
When we return, take a peek inside the lives of our professional gamers. Don't go away. Welcome back. Now let's take a look at our daily segment Clickbait for what's trending and making rounds in the cyber world today. Be vigilant the next time you go out, as recently an Indonesian woman was caught after she attempted to rob a lady by pouring chili liquid on her. Diana Abdullah recently shared her experience on Facebook of an incident which happened at the Aeon branch in Taman Maluri in Cheras. As of writing, the post garnered 4.1 thousand reactions and was shared over 11,000 times since Friday. Diana apparently witnessed a commotion and went to investigate what actually happened when she discovered that there was an illegal Indonesian lady who was caught in the middle of her attempted robbery. The victim, known as Sasha, was found to be drenched in chili liquid, burning across her skin, while her nephew too got bits of chili on him. Sadly for Sasha, she suffered from first-degree burns. Fortunately, the suspect was successfully caught, and at the moment she is under the police's custody for further investigation. It was discovered that the Indonesian lady did something similar to a pregnant lady earlier that day, and she was identified on the CCTV. A netizen expressed her outrage at the malicious lady's behavior and hoped she gets deported back to her own country ASAP. Now, it is devastating that cases such as this next story is becoming more frequent lately. According to the South China Morning Post, SSMP, a group of Chinese tourists have issued an apology after they were publicly shamed by mainland media for leaving an Airbnb rental in Japan in an unbelievably filthy condition. Photos of the mess were posted on the internet by the flat's owner, Cheng, and were quickly picked up by a variety of mainland media outlets and widely discussed on social media. Chang was shocked to discover the state of his apartment when he came in to clean up as the flat reeked of rotten food and garbage scattered everywhere. As if that's not enough, the students, all aged 19, had also scrawled rude messages, including a crude sketch of a pile of feces in the guest book. After the incident, the trio, who have been harassed and strongly criticized by the public, have contacted Chang, and the two parties are discussing the matter. Hopefully, the trio have learned something through this incident and such incidents would not happen again. And now updated as of 7 p.m, here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today. Moving on, fancy browsing through and enjoying a diverse range of local talents and arts? Today, the Media Prima family celebrated the essence of Malaysia Day at Rumpah 2018 and booked access. The fun-filled event, which took place at Tamarind Square, Cyberjaya, featured various programs and activities for visitors. Take a look. Rumpah 2018, organised by One Nation Fits All for the first time, was aimed at showcasing amazing and talented Malaysian artists. The public also got to appreciate unique artistic showcases, among them Cari Creatures Trilogy by Media Prima Television Network's MPTN CEO Johan Ishak. A portion of the profits from the sale of the artworks will be channeled to TV3's Tabung Bersamamu.
Event ini yang different dari yang lain punya event. Kita ada banyak performance, ada arts, dengan ada music, dengan comedy. And tapi food is not the focus. The arts and performance is the focus. So you can see the different variety to showcase the best of Malaysia's diversity.
Characters from the popular Agent Ali animation also made an appearance, cheering up the crowd, especially children, at the event. And now it's time for our My Game On segment, which focuses on the latest esports news, reviews and updates with a local twist. As professional esports become the norm in Malaysia, some teams have begun creating game houses where they eat, sleep and train on a daily basis. Wanizul Islam visits one of the few gaming houses in Malaysia to find out more.
I'm here at Geek Fam's Gaming House, one of the first Malaysian gaming houses in the country. So let's find out a little bit more about what this place has to offer. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? All right. Should we head up? Yep. All right, let's go.
According to Geek Fam Chief Victor Yap, a gaming house is a safe place for professional teams under one banner to gather and train together. Over 20 players from Geek Fam playing in their respective game titles have gathered to not only train but also get to know one another on a personal level. The gaming house allows for teammates to create a unique chemistry amongst themselves that will help improve their performances in-game.
So here at the Geek Fam Gaming House, we have basic computers and all that, sponsored by our Predator, Acer. These are one of our sponsors. But most of all, actually, we realized that at the gaming house, it should be more than that. It should be where they actually exercise and have fun and just hang out together.
Bila adanya gaming house, kita senang nak communicate sebab dekat. Lepas tu dari segi meeting senang, apa semua. Semuanya senang kalau kita sama-sama. Bila kita luar daripada gaming house, memang agak sukar lah untuk communicate.
As you can see, this particular gaming house is fully equipped with high-spec gaming equipment and training apparatus to help the pro gamers improve gameplay. Apart from high-end computers, the house also has a broadcast studio, including a streaming lab, to help the gamers promote and learn the art of esports production. Other than daily training, Geek Fam also helps gamers stay healthy with workout sessions and social activities or excursions.
Untuk aktiviti dalam rumah ni, selalunya kita orang training memang nombor satu lah sebab untuk tournament. And then ada buat macam contoh kalau makan, kita orang gather makan. Lepas tu ada main mini game like poker or something like that. Then selain daripada tu, kemungkinan kalau macam ada free masa lapang tu kita orang akan buat friendly match dengan orang lain.
Thus far, Geek Fam houses 3 teams, including their Mobile Legends teams, Mystic Burden and Icon, as well as the Geek Fam Players Unknown Battleground PUBG team. All teams inclusively have earned over 1.5 million ringgit in prize pool and are considered amongst the top professional gaming teams in Malaysia.
We are Geek Fam. Thank you for visiting our gaming house.
One is Islam for 7 Edition.
And up next, South China lashed by deadly typhoon. Stay with us. Welcome back. After killing at least 30 people in the Philippines, Super Typhoon Mangkhut lashed Hong Kong as it carves a destructive and deadly path towards mainland China. The world's strongest storm this year has already torn off roofs, smashed windows and downed trees, prompting China's Macau and Hong Kong to raise the storm signal to T10, the highest level possible, on Sunday morning.
Local authorities said some 21,000 residents live in low-lying areas, while Macau has 16 emergency shelters in operation and is well prepared with living necessities. The Home Affairs Department of the SAR has so far opened 48 temporary shelters in various districts, and about 600 people have sought refuge at the shelters. Most shops and public services were shut, and more than 800 flights have been cancelled at Hong Kong International Airport, affecting more than 100,000 passengers. Southern China's Guangdong province is bracing for impact brought by Typhoon Mangkhut, as it is expected to land on the cities of Zhuhai and Wuchuan later in the afternoon or evening. Thousands of people have been evacuated, and authorities there issued their highest warning level, a red alert. The 3 major airports of the province were forced to close, cancelling all flights until Monday, affecting thousands of passengers. Many highways have also shut, and the city of Shenzhen has closed the entire subway system. Meanwhile, rescue workers on Sunday began clearing roads from debris after the super typhoon triggered landslides and flash floods that killed at least 30 people in the Philippines. Philippine authorities said most of the casualties were killed by landslides, leaving 24 people dead and 13 more missing. Due to the remote areas where the typhoon hit, the full death toll and extent of the destruction is still unknown. In a statement today, the Foreign Affairs Ministry also confirmed that so far, no Malaysians have been reported injured as a result of the typhoon.
And in the meantime, Macau shut down all its casinos in a historic first as Typhoon Mangkhut approached on Sunday, with authorities warning the gambling enclave would be hit by severe flooding. One Malaysian, Aaron Saw, who has been working there for 3 years, shares his terrifying experience in a video sent to us.
Di sini sekarang angin sedang bertiup dengan kuat, boleh dilihat di luar dan keadaan sangat menakutkan sikit. Typhoon Hato tahun lepas kita tak bersedia. We are not ready for that. We weren't given enough warning. Tapi Mangkhut tahun ni kita telah beri warning dan information seawal 4-5 hari. Buat sekarang ni kerajaan Macau dia ada hotline untuk emergency rescue dan ada tempat untuk low lying levels, di mana tempat yang akan ada flooding, banjir, semua ditempatkan di sana. Electricity, untuk elektrik pula kerajaan menjadikan yang elektrik dia akan putus dan air minuman kerajaan pun ada stock up. Kedutaan Malaysia ada di Hong Kong, so saya tak berpasti apa tindakan mereka untuk follow up. But setahu saya kedutaan di Hong Kong ada buka hotline untuk warga Malaysia untuk call sekiranya ada apa-apa masalah.
Macau, a semi-autonomous southern Chinese city, had to turn to troops from mainland China's People's Liberation Army stationed in the enclave to help with a massive clear-up after Typhoon Hato. Previously, the Macau government was heavily criticized by residents last year for failing to prepare the city ahead of Hato, which left widespread damage and 12 people dead. And that item wraps up 7 Edition this evening. Now, in conjunction with Malaysia Day, let's take a moment to think, what are our contributions to the country instead of what the country has contributed to us. I'm Muhammad Ahmad Hamdan. Thanks for watching and happy Malaysia Day.